What up, folks? Boston Black, PopSauceSauces.com. Now we're ready for our second part. Basically, ferment of the supposed to be fettuccine, but actually linguine, but we're gonna call it fettuccine, is done, as you can see, and just look at it. I mean, it is beautiful. Technically, it's already done, but we'll put it on the boil for about 5 minutes once we're ready for it to happen. But for right now, we're going to set it aside and get everything else ready. What we're going to be using for our Alfredo sauce is Rana's Alfredo sauce. And then we're going to, in the tradition of ready-made better, going to take it, what's ready-made, and we're going to make it fabulously better by doing our own thing, which we're going to incorporate some heavy cream, some cheese, and believe it or not, some roasted garlic mashed potatoes. Stick around, you'll see what I'm going to do with that. What else are we going to be putting in there is some spinach, some scallions, and of course parsley for garnish. And we're going to chop up some white organic mushrooms. These are shrimp. Only thing we're going to have to do is pop the tails off and then put them in there at the finish of our sauce. And then of course we got chicken, which is what we're going to start with right now. So let me go ahead and get my oven pre-started and baking at, we'll put it at 400 and get that already warming up. We're going to clean everything else off and then get ready to prepare our chicken. 1 second. Okay. Now we're set up to go ahead and begin our chicken. First thing we're going to do is, before I even open my chicken, I'm going to be preparing this in aluminum foil. So first thing I want to do is lay out my aluminum foil. It's big enough? Probably not. So I'll top it off with this, because we're going to be putting in 2 pieces of chicken, 2 chicken breasts rather. So I want to make sure I get it nice and a nice length to make sure we have no problems fitting both of them on there. Then I want to take my chicken breast, and as always, the first thing you should do with your chicken breast, I don't care where you get it from, and we get organic fed chicken breast. So basically it's certified organic chicken breast from Wholefoods. And what I want to do, first thing I do personally is I wash it. Okay, my oven is ready. Then I put it smooth side down, cut side up. So the side that the bone was on, I want that side up. Wash my hands. After you touch your chicken, you want to wash your hands as to not contaminate any seasonings that you touch. Then I want to simply salt my chicken. Pepper my chicken. And what we're using today is Pop's Jamaican Me Crazy seasoning. or spicy rub. And this I want to lay a generous layer on. Now with that, I want to take a tablespoon of butter and put on it. Push them close together and just put it on it. And now we want to add some Pop's Fat White Scorpion hot sauce. And I know what it sounds like. It sounds like this is some extreme heat we're putting on it, but it's really not. Despite how flavorful this sauce is, it is extremely mild. I want to shake it well. And apply to whatever you feel like is liberal enough for you. It's not runny. One thing about these hot sauces, we don't make the hot sauce runny. Now I want to take this, I want to lay my other piece of aluminum foil on top, and I want to fold. How I fold mine is I get one about an inch layer, and then I fold that in half on top. Same thing over here. Make sure I get about an inch and a half to where I'm catching both pieces. Then I fold it on top. Then I fold it again. Same thing with the corners. Fold to where I'm catching all the pieces. I fold again. Fold again. This gives me maybe not an airtight seal, but a close to it. Keep all them juices on the inside. Now, I want to take some more aluminum foil. Put this on top of it to make sure I catch any juices that may escape. And now, you can use a pan or whatever too, but this is how I'm doing it. Put it in the center of your oven. Place it in the center of your oven. Close it and let it do its thing. Okay, now we're ready to start selecting our vegetables and chopping them up, washing them, then chopping them up. And we're gonna get on that right now. Always clean any vegetables I use in a solution of water, distilled vinegar, and salt. Okay, now that we got everything washed, we'll start by chopping up the spinach. You can chop it up if you want to, or not use it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some of it in my actual Alfredo sauce, and then I'm gonna cook the rest of it. And I like mine chopped. And that being said, I want to separate the stems from the leafy part. The leafy part I'll use in my sauce. The stems I'll use in just my regular spinach. So I do want to separate that because this will be a finer chop. Now I'll go ahead and I'll start with my scallions. And again, the lower parts I use for my spinach. The upper parts I prepare for the actual sauce. And now we'll do the parsley. The exact same way. Okay, now, the only things left to chop is the mushrooms. These, you just want to do slices. First thing I'm going to do is, of course, heat up my pan. While that's doing that, I do want to go ahead and drop my mushrooms in my pan. The mushrooms are the only thing you want in the pan this early. You can't avoid the spinach and the rest of your greens or garnish. And let that get a little warm. While I'm doing this, I would like to go ahead, add a little salt. And a little bit of pepper. Now notice we didn't use no garlic, no onions, or anything like that. We don't do that because the Rani is already a complete sauce, and we don't want to end up accidentally overpowering it with additional seasonings or spices or anything like garlic, because it's so easy to go too far. Even though you can never really have too much garlic, we don't want it to overpower anything else. So we want to hold off on anything like that, because this is already going to have it in it. We're going to make our sauce more of a clean extension of the Rana sauce. While we're waiting on this to heat up and warm up a little bit, we're going to go ahead and put on our pot with the boiling water in it. To this, we will add a little bit of oil. We will not add salt because our pasta is already soaking in the brine, and we don't want to end up accidentally overpowering it again. So we'll let that heat up. Meanwhile, as you can see, our mushrooms smell wonderful, putting out their oil. Perfect. I'm gonna bring this flame down just a tad bit. As to not burn our cream, and we want to add in our cream right now and start it to boiling down. And we're gonna go ahead and add the whole pint. Gently stir it. Keep it from scalding. Okay, our chicken is ready. So we wanna cut that off. It's been in there for actually 22 minutes. So now we wanna take it out and let it rest. Finish cooking that way. You got to constantly stir this, as you can see, it will thicken up on you. Now that we got it warming up, we want to go ahead and add some of our Jamaican Me Crazy seasoning to it. And we want to hit it with some of our hot sauce. Liberally. About a tablespoonful. All right, we want to stir. It's looking good. Smelling even better. At this particular time, we want to go ahead and bring in our Rana sauce. Good. And as you can see how thick it is. This is beautiful. That's how you want it. Now, we want to go ahead and add our parsley and greens. And as you see, I'm being liberal with it. Okay, now we're ready for our surprise additive. A lot of people may cook theirs all the way down. No, we're not doing that. We're gonna take it, some roasted garlic mashed potatoes. Idaho, use whatever brand you want. And I'm gonna sprinkle just enough over it. Give it a different flavor. I might add more. Already, the smell is like popping off right in my face. As soon as I put that Ore potatoes in there. Now look at it. Oh yeah. Oh, y'all like potatoes? What is that? You gotta put it in your mouth though, before you really understand it completely. Again, this you gotta stir and watch. Stir and watch. Now is when I want to take 2 cups of Parmesan cheese, shredded. You can shred your own, however you want to do it. And what I want to do is take about a cup of that and just add it to it. Now anybody who know Parmesan know that it's kind of salty. So this is also going to pick up some of the seasoning in it. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I want to go ahead and I want to take my pasta, brine and all, and we want to pour it into our sauce, into the boiling water. If we can easily get it out, which we can't. Again, we want to make sure we keep this, look at it, sticking it up nicely. Look how nice that is. Sticking it up perfectly. Smells crazy. Now we want to go ahead, chop our chicken. Woo. Look at it. So, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the biggest piece and I'm gonna do this one first. And you'll see what I'm gonna do with the next piece. Oh man, that's crazy. I just want to bring my pasta back to a boil. But first, what we're going to do, slice my chicken. Look how juicy that chicken is. You see how juicy it is? I know you do. I know you do. Now I want to take this chicken. That's what we want want to do to it. Tell me that don't look good. Can you tell me that don't look good? Nah, you can't. Go ahead and take my spinach and put it in my pot now. Again, I want to stir. Constantly stirring this. Constantly watching it. Look at that, thickening up beautifully. I want to take a little bit of oil and add it to my spinach. Then I want to cover it. Put that on a medium heat, medium to low, low to medium. Again, you want to stir. At this point, we want to go ahead and we're going to start cleaning our shrimp and get that ready because that's going in next. Your shrimp you can go crazy with and get any size you want. I chose to get the medium shrimp so I can get more for my money, especially when I'm using them in a sauce like this. But you can get the large if that's what you want. You can cut them up if you want. But me, I'm gonna just drop them in whole, just like this. Look at it. Look at it. And guess what? My pasta's ready too. Now that my pasta's drained, drain as much water out your pasta as possible. Pour it in. Saving a little bit back for the taste. You have no idea what making your pasta and brine never has regular plain pasta tasted so good. Now we want to just fold it in to our sauce. Look at that. No? Can you see this? taste some. Just so I can get an understanding if I need any additional seasonings. I think I'm good. I think that's perfect. I think that's perfect. Okay, now you want to take a little bit of salt and salt your spinach. Go ahead and turn the heat off the spinach. I want to take my remaining chicken out of the oven. I put it back in the oven to keep it warm. Now we're going to get ready to plate. Look at that. Voila. Pops fermented chicken and shrimp fettuccine Alfredo. Perfect. Chicken. Goodness gracious. Perfect. Chicken cooked perfectly. Shrimp. Perfect. Put it in just in the nick of time. And this pasta, forget about it. Forget about it. Oh my goodness. What can I say? Perfect. Wow. What can I tell you? When I tell you this is awesome, Wow. Peace. Not this bitch out the pot. Woo, woo. Woo.